Yes, sure. Real talk, it's him. One and only Ash Kumalo. Welcome back to Kumalo's Witness. Coming at you live from Johannesburg, the city of gold, the heart of Africa. How you doing? Today, bro, I wanted to talk about something that's been sitting on my chest for quite a while now. And, the only way I can say to you, the only way I can keep it if it's not 100 is Frank. Call me Frank 100. That's actually a good name, Frank 100. Yeah, I'm always Frank and I keep it 100. Oh my god, that's my pseudonym, Frank 100. Okay, listen, I'm gonna say it plain, I'm gonna keep it frank because that's all I know how to be. Americans, man, we need to talk about Americans because they still think they own black culture globally. Like, they believe they're the headquarters for blackness. And that if you don't sound like them, if you don't dress like them, if you don't vote, rap like them, or even think like them, then somehow you're doing blackness incorrectly. And I think that's why the boy bothers them so much. By the boy, I'm referring, of course, to Drizzy Drake. You see, Drake is proof that the rest of us don't need America anymore. Broski, this is not an attack on Americans. If you're American, listen up. I grew up in Ireland. I know exactly how American culture spreads. White kids in Ireland weren't calling me names from African culture. No, sir. They were repeating jokes, American stereotypes. Chicken jokes, rap jokes, basketball jokes, gangster jokes. I remember this one time a vice principal said to me, it was after PE, and I had gotten changed and I had my shirt unbuttoned, a few buttons down. He walks up to me and he says, "Ashley, button up your shirt. This is not a gangster's paradise." Bro, that it took me a second to get what he was saying. Like, I was like, whoa, like, what? Gangster's paradise. Some niggas looks at me and says, "Coolio." All right. Those were the type of jokes that came at me. Everything came from American media. That's how powerful America was culturally. So when I talk about this Drake thing, please understand, I'm not talking as somebody from outside the culture. I grew up in the influence of American culture. Most of us in the diaspora did. We watched your movies, we listened to your rappers, we copied your slang, we studied your athletes. But somewhere along the way, especially after the internet, we realized something. You boys want us to worship you. You man see yourselves as gods. But it's like, nah, G. And that realization bothers a lot of Americans more than they admit. Because before social media, before streaming, before YouTube, TikTok, America controlled the pipeline. If you wanted global success, you had to go to America. You had to go through them. Now, a Nigerian artist can go number one. A South African sound can dominate clubs worldwide. A UK rapper can influence slang globally. A Canadian can become the biggest rapper alive for 15 years, fam. The gate is broken. And Drake symbolizes that more than anybody. You see, that's why I laugh when Americans keep trying to force the narrative of Drake lost the rap beef and, they're trying to make it like it's law, like we have to accept that. And it's like, brother, first of all, we don't care the same way that you do. And outside of America, people still play Drake. Women play him, clubs play him, cars still driving around playing him. The nigga is ubiquitous. Life is continued, like... Meanwhile, Americans online are acting like this was the fall of Rome. And another thing that annoys me, bro, is that this weird arrogance some American hip-hop fans have whenever Drake works with artists outside the US, the second they hear a UK accent, it's like, man, take this bullshit off, man. Man, I can't listen to this, man. What is this? It's like, brother, shut the hell up and just give it a chance. What is your problem? Like, broaden your horizons, fam. There are black people outside America. We exist. I know you don't have a passport, you haven't traveled, so you probably think it's all mythical and whatever. Like, you think niggas out here, Africa is hungry, like, based on what you see on the adverts over there. But it's like, nah, bro, nah. There are black people outside America, man. We've been here. You man sound ridiculous. The funniest part about the Drake like discourse is that this guy understands black diaspora culture better than a lot of these so-called pro-black American rappers. Pro-black, you never came to Africa, never put on tour, never big us up, never talk about our issues. But when something happens to them, because now Africa has a large audience online, you expect us to be behind every African American problem that you guys face. We must add to your voices. What have you done for me lately, bro? Africans need to realize the power we have. We need to realize the power of our voice, especially now more than ever. We cannot be out here looking like beggars. These rappers could learn a lot from Drake, but I think if you're too close to him, the jealousy and the envy, it just gets to you. It clouds your judgment. Because this guy understands London. He understands Toronto. He understands the Caribbean. He understands Africa. He understands migration culture. That's why he makes songs with people like Skepta or Dave. It sounds normal to us. My mind keeps telling me, hold on for them. Cause all of money moving to the money like and all money moving like oh. A month ago you didn't wanna know, but now I'm getting shows and then that's Drake and Dave. More life for my brothers on the better things, yeah. Classic song, I forget the name. I think it's Wanna Know, Dave featuring Drake. Go listen to that if you don't know it. Absolute banger. You see, my nigga, I'm trying to say all these black cultures outside of America, we kind of have an understanding of each other. We understand each other's cultures. Americans are the late ones to the conversation. And honestly, some of them sound threatened. The same way NBA fans had to slowly accept that the best basketball players in the world are becoming foreigners. Jokic, Giannis, Luka, Wemby, the league globalized. Hip-hop globalized too. Cry about it. The arena is now open, my son. Africans rap, Brits rap, Caribbeans rap, Canadians rap. Everybody is outside now. Compete. Don't be afraid to compete and be like, oh, this is only reserved for me because I'm... No. Come compete. What's up? I'm a man. You're a man. Let's compete. I feel like they can feel the center shifting away from them culturally and it makes them emotional. That's why they cling so hard to this Kendrick winning thing, because Kendrick represents something safe for them culturally. He represents fully American, fully theirs, Pulitzer Prize, Grammys, Super Bowl, the industry-approved genius. Meanwhile, Drake feels global, uncontrollable, hard to box in. Who is this guy exactly? How do we describe him? How do we limit him? It's hard to tell. And that irritates them, all these corporate fucks up there. Albums like For All the Dogs came and went. Americans told us Drake fell off, said the album was mid, he lost the culture. They've been saying that for every album if you pay attention. Now it's clear because, they tried to destroy him with this smear campaign. But before, it was kind of under wraps. Now it's more obvious than ever. They said the album was mid, he lost the culture, but bro, the Drake album stream everywhere, not just in Chicago or Atlanta, or in Lagos, in London, Johannesburg, everywhere, bro, Toronto. So, I just don't get what they're looking for. Why are you so in need of this cultural funeral? Meanwhile, the rest of us, just added the songs to our playlist. Same thing now with Iceman. I knew Iceman was going to be crazy. I told people Iceman was going to be crazy. But, they didn't want to listen. They said the kid fell off. He's back now, bigger than ever. He's out of his UMG deal. He could partner up with Sony. He could do it by himself. He has the power and resources. Nigga spent $10 million on his rollout for his album. And that's like 10 million is someone's record deal. That's a whole deal for somebody. He spent that on a rollout by himself. But then again, he's a billionaire, so I suppose he should be doing stuff like that.
it's just amazing to see what a good time. 26 has this vibe. 2026 has this vibe of 2016 about it. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels that, but I feel 2016 in the air. There's something about it. Makes your mind want to step out again and do something adventurous, something big, you know. Yeah, but I've been listening to Iceman all week. Literally added all songs to my playlist except for the one with Future. I just get sick of that sound. It becomes redundant, you know, that turn up sound. I'm sure if I was to hear it in an atmosphere like a club or something like that, it would be much better. But where I am right now is just I could do without it, you know. Maybe when life is going a little bit better, I listen to that. Because every time Drake and Future link up, that's what they make music for. The club, they make music to turn up. Not saying it's bad music, but you know what to expect with them. But the rest of it is amazing. It's self-introspective Drake, the type of Drake that I like. It's hits, it's melodic rap, you know, the boy is in his bag. And funny one-liners. Yeah, I think this album solidifies that Drake is now my favorite rapper. Like I grew up, you know, massively being into Kanye West and his production and his story and just everything that he meant and everything that he presented. I thought I resonated with deeply. But as the years have gone by and watching him morph into whatever he has become is it's unbecoming to say the least. But yeah, I think this album solidified a lot for me about Drake. I just like the way he's rolling. I like the way he is with his boys, with his team. 15 years listening to this kid, you know, through school and now through life as an adult, even though, you know, it's not lit for me, but it's something to aspire to when you see niggas doing it that big in that way. It's always nice to see, no matter how unrealistic it may be, to think one might end up with an iota of even what that man has. You know what I'm saying? This shit is, bro. I'm watching the music videos. I'm just feeling like, oh my god, like yo, bro. Like you have to maladaptively like daydream, like damn, like what even are these cars? Like this video, bro. For Janice STFU, where he's in his underground car garage and he's showing off his vintage cars and collections. It's just like, what is the name of this car? What year did it come out? Bro, it's insane. It's insane. Some people are living life really on a different level. Like it's hard to even believe that we're in the same planet. Like we're on the same planet. And this is how you're living your life, and this is how I'm living mine. But then again, man, comparison is the thief of all joy. Let me not compare. Let me sit in despair and cry about how life ain't fair and how I hate it here and how I should be over there. Freestyling again because I'm trying to make it out the hood. But they told me that my rapping has never been that good. Damn, dude, I really thought I could become someone. Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first saw you. Do 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 do. I could have been someone. Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first saw you. Hey, good night, my niggas, man. I tried to make this long. Don't know if I'm just waffling or if there's substance in it, but you know, we get there for sure. We get there for sure. And you know, oh, yeah, you know, it's harder than it looks. It's harder than it looks.